Hey guys, breaking news before I even get into this video. I was actually processing this video and rendering it and saw online that the Ottawa show that was scheduled for tonight has been canceled due to an illness in the band. And Pasquale was there, and according to him, from Kiss Army Nation, according to him, it's Paul is sick. So the Ottawa show has had to be canceled. So that is breaking news just before my day 2 video that I'm getting ready to show you guys. So hope you enjoy the video. Here we go.
In my head.
Hey guys, it's Brant with In My Head channel, and I'm back for day 2 of the countdown week for Road to Rosemont. And today is the 21st. Yep, it's 21st. So we're now less than a week away from the Rosemont show. A week from now, I will be traveling home. I will probably be almost home, traveling from the airport to Charlotte, from Charlotte airport home about this time next week. Flying out of Chicago back to Charlotte on Tuesday afternoon. So we're less than a week away, and this is day 2, and my show's on the 27th. And so this is what I have for the video today. First thing is, we'll get to this in a minute. I have my program. I said first thing, and then we'll get to it in a minute. So we'll get to this in a minute. I got my program. I'm going to go through it. So let me tell you, when we get to the program part, I'm going to flip through it. I'm going to hold my camera. I'm going to flip through it. If you don't want to be spoiled, if you don't want a spoiler of what the program looks like, don't watch that part of the video. But if you aren't going to get a program, you're not going to go to the show, you want to know what it looks like, this segment at the end of the video will be for you. The first thing I want to do is I want to talk about a couple cool things. One, you know that I had a gift given to me from T-Ray. T-Ray contacted me, and in the video, he contacted in the comments from day 1 and said, hey, I'm the one that sent you the stuff. Glad it got there. He sent me the 2 double platinums and the card from what I now know as Series 3 that was only available in Australia. Again, dude, thank you so much. He's going to send me his address, and I'm going to send him In My Head pin that I'm also going to be giving out at the shows that I'm attending. Show I'm attending. And also, if I'm going to save some for people who want to send in a self-addressed stamped envelope to my P.O. box, you can do that, and I will send you that in a little handwritten note. But again, T-Ray, thank you so much for that. That was real cool of you. What I want to show you right now is something that's really cool online. So this is something that you don't see very often. If you go on kissonline.com and you go to the countdown, they're showing that the countdown, 11 days, 6 hours, 21 minutes, and 59 seconds to the final show. So look at this. You can get all the shows on one screen. Look at that. Tonight they play in Canada. Canada. I'm not Canadian. Canada. Canada. And then they have Toronto. And then those are the last 2 dates in Canada. And then November 24th in Knoxville. I almost went to that show, but I decided to go to Rosemont instead. And then Indianapolis. And I think that Xander and maybe Rob are going to that show. And then there's the day right there, Rosemont, and then Baltimore, and then the 2 days in New York. Now, they have spun up a new website. This is kind of cool. It's not a new website. It's part of their website. But it's NYCKissonline.com. So if you go here, they have this end of the road thing. You can explore New York through the Ultimate Kiss concert companion as we celebrate Kiss on the end of the Madison Square Garden end of the road tour. Get the lowdown on the NYC Takeover activations happening around the city leading up to final shows. They're showing you places on the map where you can get like these famous photos and discover iconic Kiss photos. Saying, and then you can, this is what I really wanted to show you. This is really cool. You can immortalize your name. So if you go to it, wherever you see something that looks like this, when you click on it, it comes up over here and it tells you this is a historical City Hall opportunity, City Hall Park. And if you zoom out a little bit, or you can scroll around, I'm going to zoom out a little bit here. Excellent camera work rather than doing a screen capture. They've got a bunch of places here. I'm trying to get it done fast, folks. They got a bunch of places here. Here is, if you click here, that's Electric Lady Studios. And if you scroll on up here, they have the street. I saw the corner. I saw it on the corner right here. West 23rd and 8th Avenue. Click on that. Boom. Dress to Kill corner there. So it's really cool that they've got this stuff on here. And then they've got other stuff like Kiss, where you click here, it says, you know, you can go to Inked NYC and they're doing Kiss flash tattoos. And there's just so much stuff. If you zoom out, there's so much stuff that they've got going on. It's a New York takeover, which I think is really super cool. And so if you click over here, you can go to the end of the road collection, which a lot of the stuff is sold out. All the shirts are sold out and stuff like that. I found out today from Xander and Jeb that that unfortunately the sound check is sold out, so they can't get in on the sound check with us at Rosemont. So that was a bummer. But if you go here to the name generator, click on it, and it comes up and it says you type your name in here. So you just type in my head, and you click download, and it downloads that to your computer. So see, boom, hits a download. So then you can put, you know, I can put my name. I mean, you guys know my name. I mean, I ain't afraid to put my name out there on the internet, so everybody knows it's Brant Meredith. So that's just cool, seeing your name like that. And you hit download. And so if you've seen these all over people's social pages, this is where they're doing it. So what did I do today to commemorate that today is the second day from the today's the second day of my adventure here that wraps up on Saturday, and then I'll be leaving Sunday and going to Chicago for the night before, and then going to the concert on Monday, and then coming home on Tuesday. What have I been doing today? Like, throughout my day, what have I been doing? Well, one, I went and picked this up at lunch, so I was excited about this. But the other thing I've been doing is I went back to the beginning, and I started with the first Kiss album, and I listened to the first Kiss album, and then I listened to the second Kiss album, and then I listened to the third, and then I listened to Alive, and I listened to Destroyer, and I listened to Rock and Roll Over, and I listened to Love Gun, and I listened to Alive 2, and I made it up to Alive 2. And so what I'm going to do is I'll probably start back up with Dynasty tomorrow. And then I'm going to look at the set list, and I'm going to try to figure out what songs they're doing what albums they're doing songs off of, and then kind of go through those and listen to those. I want to listen to those albums that they're doing songs off of. And I'm going to talk about the set list in upcoming video, because I'm going to wait until they get back into the States and they play the first night of a state show before I talk about what the potential set list will be, because there's not been much changes. Making Love is still in there. I'm hoping Making Love stays. You know, if you went online and you looked and you've not been under a rock, you saw that there's been a lot of changes to the stage. There's more pods. There are these things that come down and go and put Tommy and Gene out over the stage. Eric has a new kit. He's supposedly going to have a new kit for New York, if I'm not mistaken. And then they've got these like spike things that stick up. They've still got the big inflatables on the side. And there's just a bunch of changes to visual changes and enhancements to the show from what I've heard. So, but I'm going to talk more about the set list the day after that they play the first date back into the States. So I want to keep these short because, like I said, if I'm going to do one every day, I got to keep them short. But I want to open this up and let's look at this and check this out. Let me get a... I don't know if I have a knife, so I'm just going to use my fingers. I'll cut some of this out. I was real happy to see that it came in a big, thick box and not in some little flimsy envelope and not folded up in the... Here it is. Wow, it's thick. It's thick. It almost feels like cardstock. There's the front. It says countdown 50 final shows. The 50th anniversary, the last tour ever, into the road tour. And on the back it says the final tour ever. All right, so let me get my tripod off and let me check this out, lay this down, let's look at it. All right, here we go. And I had one of those moments where somebody called me. I didn't realize it stopped my recording. I got about 2 or 3 pages or maybe halfway into this thing and I noticed my camera had quit recording. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it live again for you. This is very thick, y'all. See, like I said, if you do not want to see this, and it's a very thick book, very thick cardstock, not flimsy at all. This is definitely worth $40. I don't know if they're still available online, but you definitely need to pick this up if you haven't already, just from what I've seen. So the front looks like this. The back looks like this. If you do not want to see the insides, I'm going to take my time. If you do not want to see the inside, stop watching now. If you do want to see the inside, here we go. All right. So I'm going to give you guys plenty of time to check it out. Give about maybe 15 seconds per page. Starts with January 1973. Starts from the beginning. The end of the road. To the Kiss Army, a most humble thank you. And the road goes on forever. 5 decades of photos. Their stage, I'm really looking forward to seeing their stage in person. It's very impressive in videos. I'm very much looking forward to seeing it in person. All right. So it starts with Gene and Paul. Old pictures of Gene, old pictures of Paul working their way up to now. I guess I'm going to go back and read this later. I'm not going to read it now. Then more photos. And I have to say, I really wasn't sure what they were going to do with this up to this point until we got to start getting to the next few pages. And I was like, all right, this is going to be pretty cool. So they do Tommy and Eric. And like I said, I wonder how much Ace and Peter's going to be in here. I know they're probably not going to have their own pages or whatever, or they might. They might do some kind of dedication towards the back. But these guys have been in the band for 20 years, so they've definitely put in they paid their dues. So then this is what they really start doing. They start doing like the tours. Club Tour 1973. Kiss Tour 1974. Photos, real old photos, and all of it's in color. And well, if the photos are in color. And they've got tickets and flyers, and so it's really cool. 74, 75 Hotter Than Hell tour. 75 Dress to Kill tour. And if you hear screaming children, they're okay. They're just here. Those are grandchildren, and their uncle's here too, and they love playing with their uncle. But yeah, so posters, photos, thick pages. Alive 75, 76 tour. 1976 Destroyer tour. Some pretty good shots of the stage there, most of them in black and white. The elusive stage. And then they show Paul. Paul with his autograph and guitar lead vocals, Paul Stanley. Then you go back to showing concerts, tours. 76, 77 Rock and Roll Over tour. 77 Love Gun tour. 77, 78 Alive 2 tour. Now this is getting in my, the Love Gun, and this is getting into my era here. And 1979 Dynasty tour. And then Gene. So you're starting to see the pattern. So I went to the Dynasty tour. Unmasked tour in 1980 as in Australia. And 82, 83 Creatures of the Night 10th anniversary tour. I saw this tour, and it was an awesome tour if you got the chance to see it. Lick It Up tour 83, 84. I went to that tour. That was nice. It's a good tour. Animalized tour 84, 85. I think I saw Animalized twice. That was a great, great show. At this point in time, you know, we have Bruce and Eric in the band. We had Vinny here, and Vinny back during Creatures. And then this was really cool. This is where the camera turned off on me earlier. I got to this part and looked up to see if the foil was shining. If you see it's full. So it's kind of, you can see where it kind of shines a little bit. And it really shines through on the silver. So that's a foil page, full page of foil. Then the Asylum tour 85, 86. I saw that. 87, 88 Crazy Nights tour. Did not see this. This is where I kind of quit seeing Kiss. Didn't see them for that tour. 87, 88. I was in really heavy into Guns N' Roses during this time. Real heavy. And I'd started listening to a lot of other bands in the mid 80s, you know, early to mid to late 80s. Then we have, let's see, 89, 88. So then they didn't do anything in 89. In 1990, Hot in the Shade tour. I did go see that tour. Had somebody bought tickets. 1992, Revenge tour. Love this. That's awesome. Bunch of really cool stuff. Bunch of really cool pictures, posters. 1993. Let's see. Yep. 1993, Kiss My Ass. The convention tour. So they have the convention tour stuff in here. This is really cool. Really cool that they have this. And then the 96, 97, the Live Worldwide Reunion Tour. Pictures there. And then the 98, 2000 Psycho Circus Tour. Trying to keep my hand out of the way. I can hear y'all yelling, move your hand, move your hand. And then 2000, 2001 Farewell Tour. I went to this tour. I went to Psycho Circus. Then they have Tommy. The book's starting to feel thin. Tommy Thayer, lead guitar, lead vocals. Then the 2003 World Domination Tour. Didn't go to that. I think this was my last tour in, when was it? The Farewell Tour, 2000, 2001. So I've not been to a Kiss concert in over 20 years, y'all. World Domination Tour, 2003. 2004, Rock the Nation Tour. I really hate, because I really hate I've missed out on some of these shows, because I've heard off the soundboards of some of these shows. I've seen videos of these shows and heard soundboard captures of these shows, and saw things on YouTube, and I really do hate that I kind of missed these shows, these tours. So 2004, Rock the Nation. 2006, 2007, Rising Sun, Hit and Run tours. Don't know anything about that. Maybe they're Japan. I'm not sure. Have to look. Yeah, it says Nagoya, Japan. So, and then the 2008, 2010, oh man, 3 years, Alive 35 tour. I've heard that was a really good tour. Comment down in the comment sections what all tours you've been to. I want to know. What all tours have you been to? Not how many shows you've seen, but how many tours have you been to? 2010 Sonic Boom over Europe tour. 2010, 2011, the Hottest Show on Earth tour. I wish I would have went to that too. That was coming off of Sonic Boom, and I really enjoy Sonic Boom. I like it better than Monster. It's my favorite between the two, but Monster's good too. And then we finally get to Eric Singa, drums and lead vocals. Those big fat snares. Nice drum set, cool drum set. Then the tour, 2012, the tour. And then 2012, 2013, Monster World Tour for the Monster. And then you have the Spider, which I kicked myself for not getting to see that Spider in person. But I was doing a lot of life here. I was married the second time and running a business, and really busy during this time. 2014, 2016, 40th anniversary tour. That would have been cool to go to. 2016, 2017, Freedom to Rock. Like I said, I've missed out on all these. I didn't realize. I'm sorry, my hands. Moved my hands. I didn't realize I had missed as many tours as I had. But this is a great documentary of the tours. 2017, 2018, Kiss World Tour. Kiss World. And then 2019, 02, or 2019, 2020, 21, 22, and 23, the Never Ending Road Tour. No, and it's sadly coming to an end. It's coming to an end, y'all, in not very long. Not very long. Coming to an end for me in about 6 days. Well, I'm going to get the pay-per-view. And then it's got, it's got all the dates. Dudes, that's cool. Starting 2019. So these last few pages are just going to be all the dates. Or maybe not. Or is it all the dates? Yeah, it is all the dates. 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. And all the way down to Rosemont. Right there is my show. And then in the back, they've got their management and October 2018, Kiss Warehouse. I hope they make a Kiss Warehouse. Like, it would be cool if they do a miniature traveling warehouse, but I think it'd be really cool if they open the warehouse up, like, for people. Like, open it up for people. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed spending another day with me. This is day 2. Day 3, I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I will have something. I knew this was coming, and day 3 will be, not that far away, not that far away at all. It's counting down little by little by little, but I'll have something for me to talk about, to reflect on. And like I said, if you've not got this, get it. Get it. Even if you're not going to the show, go online and get it. And go online to the nyc.kissonline.com. Check out that experience and get your name downloaded like that. Do that little thing and pop it up on your social media. And that's all I've got for this one, guys and gals. Thank you so much for watching. Click subscribe if you hadn't already. Click thumbs up, leave comments down in the comment section. And I'll see you tomorrow on day 3.